let's talk about just the three basic thing. Now a girl comes with a curly hair and she shows a picture which is beautifully smooth, blow dried hair. We have to tell her that this is how your hair is. Today I'm gonna set it for you. Tomorrow when you're gonna have this hair, this color is gonna look like this on it. And then we tell her that if you go with this is what you require every day.
Right,
but if you go with this, with your own hair, this is how we create the color for you and we make it your color.
Three tips for general hair care and pre and post workout also.
So when I'm giving haircuts or when I'm designing the styling, that's again according to your hair type, you should know what kind of care you're going to do. So for me, when you have a very curly to wavy hair, which according to me needs more moisture in routine.
Right.
So I always recommend them to carry like a nice small spray bottle with them that in between of the day also they can just sprinkle some water and
Just
hydrate
water?
their hair.
Oh, wow, that's
and
nice too.
keep them more moistured, because hydration is something what wavy to curly hair needs.
Okay.
Now what comes to the picture is when they wash their hair and conditioner their hair, I want them to use certain leave-in products. There are all the brands making leave-in creams which are designed for curls to keep curly and waves
Right.
to keep wavy rather than they getting frizzy. So girls get so confident looking at those beautiful curls. So these creams are like more like how we put moisturizer on our dry skin.
Oh.
The same way this curl
You never
creams are.
thought about same thing with the hair.
So this curl
It's
creams
so
are
important, I
designed.
think.
Yeah, it's very. So if you have a curly hair, rather than running away from curly hair, because if you try to blow dry it, it's gonna take a few hours, because you cannot do it by yourself, even the best of the way you can. But you can definitely keep your hair wet, towel dry them nicely. Don't keep it water drippy. Use your product. Always learn how to section your hair into like small parts. You can reach to almost every section. It shouldn't be like just one side and second side. You always go like parts wise. You put like a nice layer of a leave-in cream in your hair.
Okay.
And if you want like a more styled curl, you want to just barrel them with your finger.
Oh, okay.
Give them small curls to it, and then
Nice.
later, just if you want to go out right away, you can just walk out like that and let it get naturally dry. So while the water is getting dried from your hair, the cream is still not allowing your curls to freeze out. Okay, so those leave-in creams, according to your hair density you choose.
Okay.
Very thick hair, you can use more moistured curl creams. If you have a thinner hair, you can use more like a thickening or volumizing foam to your hair.
Okay.
So that's what I would say you should do. And then later, at the end of the day, if you still want to refresh them, what people do is they make a mistake of start combing the hair off right there.
right.
But if you have a wavy curly hair, I wouldn't never recommend you to do that. I would always ask you to again wet your hair, again give some moisture to it, then comb through it and then again re-scrunch it, because in morning if you have used the product in your hair, it is there till next day. You just have to put a little bit of a water to it and reactivate that.
Okay. And what about the ones with the straight hair?
That's right. So and same thing is opposite for the straighter hair, because you're gonna always air dry your hair. You're never gonna leave your hair wet, and as we talked about, the elasticity of the hair shouldn't be weaker, so your
Okay.
hair doesn't break too much.
Right.
Alright, so always wash your hair, gently towel dry them. If your hair is too thin, you can always use a good volumizing sprays, which are again going to boost some volume to your hair. All the brands would have a nice volumizing spray.
To look for volumizing spray.
So look for a good leave-in volumizing spray. You just sprinkle around your hair,
Okay.
and then as soon as you give air to it, it activates that.
Wow.
So again, when you choose a volumizing spray, you gotta see what kind of what's written on that. Is it gonna be a long-lasting volumizing spray, or is it going to be a texturizing spray, which is going to have more salt in it? That's going to maybe make your hair slightly drier. So while you buy it, you again ask your stylist that in what way this is going to boost the volume. Is it going to be nourished and volumized, or is it going to be styling volumized? So if I'm prepping your hair for a shoot, I would use something where I get more volume. So I would use more of a texture and hairsprays to dry the hair to lift that volume. Temporarily, it's fine. But if you want to use something in routine, you got to use a product which is not leading your hair towards dryness, but just helping you with if your hair is too flat and not letting any volume come to it, it just puts a little volume to that.
Okay. And what about
And always, after air drying it, I would always ask them to gently comb their hair with a big toothed comb, twist their hair as high as they can,
Okay.
and then make a small gentle bun.
Okay.
So what happens is, because it's dried and then you have rolled them in a certain manner, so whatever the haircut or the layers has been given to you according to your face or a shoulder, when you leave your hair open, it would show out.
Okay.
If your hair is so thin and wet, and if you leave your hair all on end of the day, you're not drying it, what happens is all your layers are sticking to each other. It's all flat. So you have a cut, you have some pieces showing, but it's not showing the way how it should supposed to. Same way with the curls. You cannot leave your curl if you have a very long curly hair or a medium curly hair, you still need some framing to the face. In that manner, girls don't go for a cut because they think it'll get frizzy. Of course it is going to get frizzy because it's your curly hair. But that's where the scrunching comes in the picture, because it's important to have a layering and a haircut according to your face and shoulder, rather than just having long hair in a straight manner just because you don't want to set them.
But unfortunately, most of the times, I don't know, we don't see too many with the curly hairs because they are mostly chemically treated, I think.
That's where we talked about lot of hairdressers needs to come out of.
This is, I think, very.
I guess everyone should work behind earning clients rather than money, and they'll eventually have everything. Like, I literally don't look at money anymore when I'm working. Like, for me, it's more important that the client likes me and she comes to me. That's where it ends. And there's nothing about than that.
Okay, and what about pre and post workout?
As I said, like,
tips?
you have if you're wearing whatsoever clothes while you're working out, you're sweating from your entire body, and then you're in the atmosphere where you're gonna sweat all the way more, leaving your hair open, and then thinking I'm not gonna wash my hair also, and I'm gonna work out also like that way. Of course, that's gonna make your hair dirty more. So you're gonna definitely shampoo it and style it according to your hair type. If you have a straighter hair, you're gonna shampoo, conditioner, dry them. Curly hair, you're gonna shampoo, conditioner, comb them, and re-scrunch them.
Right.
But if you don't want to do those things, try to keep your hair in a nice tie-up, in a bun. Again, as I said, though you have curly hair or straight hair, don't let it stick to your body so much that it kind of makes your hair sticky.
Okay.
That you're gonna wash it, because that thing is not going to go off. If your hair roots have just sweated, you could still dry them damply, and then you can give a air to it.
Okay. And what about like using a hairband? I think a lot of people use that.
So
also,
yeah,
so
if
that
your
they
hair
can
is
absorb
super
the
thin,
sweat.
if you have a very thin hair and you're gonna put a hairband, then make sure you're gonna have a hairband all day.
Okay.
Why? It's not recommended, but the thing is, once you put a tight hairband, that's if you create a ponytail, that ponytail is not to keep your hair open then you have to wash your hair to get your rubber band shape out of the hair. If you have a straight hair, you make a tight rubber band ponytail, that's a look. You already got one, then you stay in that. If you want to get that out and later just do like this, you'll have a one bump of a ponytail right there, and then the hair will be limping out.
Okay.
So rather than tying a rubber band, I would say gather your hair, twist all of that together and clutch it out, or use a rubber band on top of that doesn't leave a mark to it.
Okay.
Because then you need water spray to it and dry it to get that shape off from the hair.
Okay.
So today you washed your hair, you make a bun. Tomorrow you don't want to wash your hair, and third day you're gonna wash your hair, and on the second day you might want to carry a ponytail look. You carry it because third day you anyways gonna wash it.
Right. Okay.
So you select it when you need it. Like second day is ending, and you want to go out with a sleek ponytail look, do it, because tomorrow you're still washing it.
Right.
But tomorrow if you don't want to wash it and you still want to carry a ponytail, then be prepared to get that rubber band shape off from the hair. You're gonna wet your hair, comb your hair, and then again dry the hair, so the shape of the rubber band just goes away.
Thank you so much, Rohan. It was an absolute pleasure to have you. I think the session was so informative for me also, and I'm sure for the people who are watching also. So,
I thank you so much for having me here, and I've tried my best to, maybe there are definitely many more answers to a lot of these questions, but yeah, whatever knowledge I had about things, I try to share with you and with all your subscribers and followers. So I hope it helps you all. And you can always get back to us and always message us about your queries, and we can always try to answer that. Thank you so much for having me on your channel. Thank you so much.
Pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this information useful, do follow us on Instagram and subscribe us on our YouTube channel. Thank you.